What do you get when you cross a duck, a beaver, and a grill? No, not a confused wildlife officer, but a barbecued platypus. Just kidding, folks. No platypuses were harmed in the making of this video. Welcome to an adventure that's part culinary, part zoological, and completely hypothetical. You see, our star of the show today is the platypus, an animal that's as strange as it is fascinating. It's got the bill of a duck, the tail of a beaver, and it even lays eggs. Yet, it's a mammal. Talk about a real-life animal mashup. Now, we're not actually grilling a platypus today. That would land us in some hot water, and not the kind you boil your potatoes in. But we are going to have some fun with the concept, and throw in some quirky facts about this oddball of nature. So, you're probably wondering, how does one catch and grill a platypus? Well, stick around, and you might just find out. Now, hypothetically speaking, if one were to grill a platypus, the first step would be to catch it. And let me tell you, they're slippery little critters. They're semi-aquatic, so they're just as comfortable in the water as they are on land. And did you know they're one of the few mammals that lay eggs? Now that's a real extravaganza. Catching a platypus would be like trying to catch a bar of soap in the bathtub, only the soap has a beaver's tail and a duck's bill. And don't even get me started on their venomous spurs. Yes, you heard it right, venomous. Our little friend is not just a potential main course, but also a secret agent with built-in poison daggers. Talk about a recipe for disaster. But let's say you've managed to catch one. What's next? Well, we move on to the preparation phase. All right, you've got your platypus. Now what? Well, first things first, you've got to clean it. But remember, platypuses are venomous, so mind the spurs. It's like trying to give a porcupine a bath without getting pricked. And don't forget, platypuses are one of the few mammals that lay eggs. So if you find any, maybe you can whip up a platy omelette. Now onto the fun part, the grilling preparation. But here's a twist. Platypuses are protected species, so we really can't grill them. It's like trying to cook a unicorn. You just can't do it, mate. And did you know, platypuses have a bill like a duck, tail like a beaver, and feet like an otter? It's as if nature had a spare parts bin and decided to create the platypus. All right, your platypus is prepped and ready for the grill, or is it? Now, onto the grilling. But remember, this is all hypothetical. We don't recommend actually grilling a platypus, or any other endangered species for that matter. Now in this imaginary world, you'd want to grill your platypus over medium heat, just until the fur gets nice and crispy. Now, here's a fun fact. Platypuses are one of the few mammals that lay eggs. Imagine that, a side of scrambled platypus eggs. As for our wine pairing, we'd suggest a crisp Australian Chardonnay. The subtle hints of apple and vanilla should complement the, unique flavor of our imaginary grilled platypus quite nicely. And for a side dish, well, considering platypuses spend a lot of their time in the water, let's go with grilled eucalyptus leaves. It's like bringing a little bit of the platypus's habitat right to your dinner table. And there you have it, a barbecued platypus, paired with a nice Chardonnay and a side of grilled eucalyptus leaves. Bon appetit. Well folks, that's how you catch, prepare and grill a platypus. But remember, don't actually do it. We've had a bit of a giggle today, imagining the absurdity of hunting and barbecuing this delightful and unique creature. I hope you've learned a thing or two about the platypus, our quirky Australian friend. We paired our imaginary grilled platypus with a robust red wine and a simple side dish. But let's leave the platypus swimming happily in their rivers and streams, eh? This has all been a bit of fun, a bit of a laugh, and we hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more of these wild culinary adventures. We'll be bringing you more outrageous recipes, fun facts, and plenty of Aussie humor. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. Remember, leave the platypuses in peace and stick to grilling burgers. Until next time, mates.